Hi. How are you guys doing? So, today. Life is too short, but life is too hard. Life is what? Good, beautiful? I don't know. But it depends on the mood, actually. When I'm in a good mood and I am experiencing something funny or fun or having a fun time, having a good time, or having a fun time, I would think life is good, life is beautiful, life is fun, life is awesome, wholesome. I don't know, but when I'm going through negative moments or when I'm having bad time, bad days, bad day, I would say life sucks. I just want to end my life. But I just want to end my life. By that I mean I just want to literally end my life. Not that, but I just want to throw everything away, and I just want to do nothing. I just want to throw everything away and just do nothing, just exist. I just wanted to make it clear. I don't know why I brought that up. But you know, sometimes life sucks, but sometimes life is awesome, life is beautiful. But I think overall life is beautiful, but I used to feel like life sucks. I just wanted to end once and for all. Like I said, throw everything, my responsibility, my work, my everything, everything I have and everything I have to deal with. And I just wanted to go in the jungle or, in the nature, and I just want to live there. Separate from society. But I can't. I'm part of the society. So, yeah. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but how are you guys doing? Are you guys doing okay? Really? Are you okay? Are you doing okay? I really hope you're doing okay. But no matter, just let's just yap today. Forget about everything and just yap. Honestly, I talked about this in the previous video, but I know for a fact that I'm in the preparation phase, and there's really awesome something is around the corner, and that is about to happen. And I closed up my old cycles, old identity, and I am shifting into new identity, new reality. Everything is new. I am tapping into some new world, new myself. But I'm just in between this phase, old and new, and I'm in the process of it. So that is why I feel like everything is stationary and stagnant, and I hate the stillness. But I'm gonna try to adapt to it and get used to it. I always take a memo about something I want to talk about, something ideas suddenly pop into my head all of a sudden. So I am trying to take the notes of ideas, and I was looking through that memo, and this caught my attention. I stopped trying to pretend to be a good person, and that's something I wanted to talk about. For the entire time since ever, I was trying to be a good person, good kid, good boy, good guy, good person, good friend, and all that. Sacrifice myself. and I didn't care how I felt, what I want to do, but I always cared about how they feel, how they want, what they want. You know, my friends or my family or, you know, other people, not me. And I was trying so hard to be a good person. When I was a kid, my parents divorced when I was like 5 or 4, 5, I guess. Yeah, 5, and separate. And we're separated. They were separated, and I went with my mom. And since then, before that, and since then, a lot of things have happened. But so kind of like it was kind of hard for me to. I don't know why, but I don't know why I am trying to be a good kid, but I felt like I have no one to rely on, or I need to take care of everything by myself. That's what I thought when I was little. And I thought, like, I cannot rely on, or I cannot burden someone. Maybe that's why, but you know, my mom or dad, or you know, aunts, uncles, aunts, relatives, like everyone around me, like including my family, or like my teachers, or you know, acquaintances, or you know, people around me, adults in general, told me that, constantly telling me that you're a good kid. You're a really good kid. You're a really good kid. But I was not happy. I remember that I wasn't, definitely, for sure, wasn't happy that someone told me that I was a good kid. Because for me, it was kind of like spell, or I don't know, but it was kind of like pressure for me to, that I, like every time people around me told me that I was a good kid, I thought that was a pressure. That was kind of like pressure for me, that I have to be a good kid all the time. Does that make sense? So I really don't like to be or called a good kid by anyone. And I was always kind of like shutting my minds down, or you know, my thoughts, because I was literally a really big people pleaser. So when I was a kid, and my parents, I always scolded by my parents that I don't tell what I want or what I am thinking. So my parents will be like, you need to tell what you're thinking or what your opinion, because we don't know unless you say it, right? And it's true, now that I think about it. But I don't know why, but maybe kid version of myself thought, like, if I say my opinion or my thoughts, what I'm thinking, what I want, people would judge me because of that, or what I said. And what if I said something they don't want, or they don't want me to say, you know? Kind of like, I am always thinking about like these kind of things, and like people pleaser, and I was shutting my thoughts down, and always trying my best to be a good kid. I did that habitually, so I couldn't stop doing that. So when I'm with my friends, or one of my best friends told me that you really, like my parents said, you really don't tell us what you think or what you want, or you know, your thoughts, your opinions. But she said, but they said also like it's kind of like sad for us because it feels like me, like you are not like believe you're not trust us. It feels like you're not trust us. So I really want you, we really want you to say what you want, or your opinions, your thoughts, what you're thinking, what you want, or and all that. But and I tried. I was trying my best, but it was kind of my habit not to tell my opinions, my thoughts, what I want. So I was kind of having a hard time, and I was always thinking about how they feel, what they want. Like I said, what they are thinking constantly, what they're feeling, their emotions, their perception, and all that. But one time, I don't know what happened. I think something happened. Yeah, one time, I made a big mistake. I made a biggest mistake ever about my, I think I already talked about this, but kind of like college application related thing, and I made a big mistake. So because of that, I couldn't go to the university, or I couldn't even start the application. So I made that big mistake ever, and since then I blame myself, and I hate myself more than ever. And I blame myself. I said really terrible, horrible things to myself, which I've never told or said to anybody else, but I said that to myself, and I really hated myself. And because of that, my life darkened, and things getting harder, heavier, darker, worse and worse day by day. But because of that experience, I realized that importance of how I speak to myself, and to love myself, or put myself in the first priority, because I've never done it before that happens, that mistake. But I realized that how ridiculous I was for not putting myself in the first priority, even though this is my life, this is my freaking life, and always like spending my precious energy and time on thinking about what they think, like thinking about others perception, others judgment, others opinion, others thoughts, something like that. But it's not important. It is important, but not as much as myself, because this is my life. So yeah, since that happened, I changed my perspective, and I faced myself and worked on, and I'm still working on what I need to fix, or what I need to fix, or what I need to change. But it was really hard. But thanks to that experience, I know how it feels to be a highly sensitive person, kind of like that. But I stopped it. It's so draining. It's so waste of my time and energy for nothing. And I was just I was just done. I was done living like that, and I stopped it. And since then, lots of things have happened, but now my life is so much lighter, brighter, funnier, enjoyable, worth living. It's kind of weird, but I used to think my life sucks, and I just wanted to end it, not literally, but just I just wanted to like go back to jungle. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to go back to the nature, not in this, like, not in this society, modern society. You know, what was the topic? I stopped being a good kid, good person. Yeah, but yeah, I stopped it. My life used to be really difficult, but now is easier, kind of like flowing. My life is flowing again. But I think it's how it's supposed to be, I guess. This is kind of message for like sensitive people, or you know, people who have like something I used to have or I'm dealing with. If I could speak to my past my version of myself, like I used to try my best to be a good person, I would tell like, this is your freaking life. And I know it's not easy, because making change to your life, to yourself, is really, really hard. It takes time, and it requires lots of time and energy, and I know that. And I used to like be a people pleaser, and I have to be a good, but now I have this concept of my life, or you know, perspective of my life, which is like centered myself. Like myself is the first priority, but I wasn't before, so it was kind of hard to adapt to it and accept it and understand it, but you know, it was worth trying. Absolutely, for sure, absolutely worth trying. So I know it is not easy to change. It is not easy to understand. But this is your life. This is your life, literally. Like, your life's too short, and we don't know what's gonna happen even tomorrow or in 2 hours later. Maybe it sounds exaggerating or something, but I don't care. But this is your life, so like, do whatever you want to do. It's too late to do it when you lost it. You will regret for not living your life where the main character is you. You will regret in your future, if you keep living like that, for not living your life, like, revolve around you. I'm not saying this world revolves around me. Absolutely not, no. But my world revolves around me. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So you will regret it. You will definitely regret it. You know, this is your life. Seriously, like, literally. So it's just, have you ever felt good for being a good person for everybody? Like, trying so hard to get liked by everyone. I didn't. I've never felt good doing that. And I felt quite literally opposite of felt good. Like, felt so tiring, draining, exhausted, worst, like worthless. I felt like myself, like, worthless. I don't deserve to be here. Almost. So exhausted. You know, I just wanted to put an end to do it. And I did that. My life changed a lot, drastically. My life has changed drastically since I tried not to be a good person for everyone but myself. This is your life, and if your mental situation, if your mental state is messed up, or like literally your mental state, your mental health is really does the big part of your life. Does that make sense? Like your mental state is not good, you would feel not okay, negative, and you will start to focus. You only can focus on negative things, and that will attract next negative things to come, and that will attract negative things more and more. So it's kind of like negative loop, infinite negative loop. So if you decide to stop it, you will never get out of it. Does that make sense? So, and that was me. And I'm kind of in the process of getting out of that loop. I am not completely get out of it, but not trying my best to be a good person for everybody helped me a lot. And instead, I decided to be a good person for myself. Because this is my life. Like, I keep saying the same thing, and it sounds kind of like dumb. But this is my freaking life. So what is the point of not living for yourself? Even though the main character is you. It doesn't make any sense, right? But that was something I was trying. I was thriving. I was trying my best I was grinding to be a good person. And I know there's so many many people are doing this, not just me. But I just wanted to tell you that this is your freaking life. And life is too short, literally, life is too short. And you will regret it. You will regret it living like this in your future if you keep living like that. I guarantee you will regret it for not living your life. I hate like lecturing something to people, but I'm just here to tell you, remind you that this is your life. And even though sometimes like it cannot be helped, but it can be helped, because this is your life and you have the right to decide. You can decide. You are the decider of your life, even though sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but it is you. Everything starts from you, within you. So, and you can change it. You have the power to change it. You have the power to decide it. You have the power to get out of the negative loop. So, yeah, I'm just here to remind you that you can get out of that, and you have the power to do it. Only you can change it, because this is your life. This is your life. I keep saying the same thing, but literally, that is true. That's something I believe. Yeah, so, and it helped me drastically to change my life for good, for the better, for the best way possible. I don't know, for the possible. But anyway, so sorry my phone got cut off. I am out of storage, but whatever. So I know, like I said, I hate to lecture people or, but I just don't want you to regret, or everything happens for a reason. So clearly that is happening for you and for a reason, but maybe this is a sign, or this might be a wake up call for you to start living your life. The main character is you, and this is freaking your life. So yeah, just wanted to say that. I don't know what was I even talking about. But yeah, kind of like that. So stop being a good person for everybody, because it's impossible and it's draining and it's so exhausting, and this is your life, so you should be a good person for yourself. I don't know if that makes sense, but you should try your best to be a good person for yourself. Like, for yourself, not for others, but yourself. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching today's video again. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I really hope you have wonderful day, wonderful weekends, wonderful day, wonderful night, wonderful morning, whenever you're watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.